Dear students, in this lecture video, we studied about the continuation of functions of system security. That is the third functions of the system securities, which is security constrained optimal power flow, which is abbreviated by SCOPE. It is very important functions. Under this topic, the security constrained optimal power flow question only came continuously in the VTU examination. Now we studied about the security constrained optimal power flow. It is the third major security function of the security system. Okay, and then in this function the contingency analysis is combined with an optimal power flow which seeks to make a changes to the optimal dispatch of the generation as well as the other adjustment, so that when a security analysis is run, so no contingencies result in violations. Now you see, I explained the security constrained optimal power flow with one example. Under the security constrained optimal power flow, the power system consists of the 4 operating states. The first one is nothing but the optimal dispatch. This is the first state. In this state, the power system is in the period to any contingency. So therefore, this state is optimal with respect to the economic operation, but it may not be secure. Okay, the next state is nothing but the post contingency state. It is nothing but the state of the power system after the contingency has occurred in the power system. For example, in this state, the condition has a security violation. Students, in the post contingency state, this condition has a security violation, that is the transmission line or the transformer beyond its flow limit or the bus voltage outside the limit. The third stage is the secure dispatch. It is the state of the power system with no contingency outages but with corrections to the operating parameters to account for the security violations. The secure post contingency state, this is nothing but the state of the power system when the contingency is applied to the base operating condition with corrections. So totally 4 states. Now with the example I explained these 4 states. Now you see the circuit diagram. You see, this is the unit 1, the generating capacity is 500 megawatt. This is unit 2, the generating capacity is 700 megawatt. The total load is nothing but the 1200 megawatt. This is our maximum demand. So here 2 line is there. This is the transmission line 1. The transmission line 1 carry the 250 megawatt. The transmission line 2 carry the 250 megawatt. Like that we have to design the transmission line 1 and 2. This diagram, from this line I explained the optimal dispatch. The optimal dispatch is nothing but the state of the power system is in the period to any contingency. Okay, so in this case 2 generator is there, double transmission line circuit is there, which is to be operated with both generators supplying the load 1200 only. This is the optimal dispatch. Okay, then the second one is nothing but the post contingency state. You see, in the post contingency states means here see the line 1 is a outage. Here line outage is there. That means that is opened. So the line 1 does not carry any load. So the line 2 only carry the full load, that is 500 megawatt, which is generated by the unit 1. Okay. So the 500 megawatt from unit 1 and then 700 megawatt unit is the optimum dispatch. Okay. Suppose the line 1 is open, means what happened, that means the line 2 only carry the full load. That means the line 2 it becomes overloaded. This is the post contingency states. That means that one of the two circuits making up the transmission line has been opened because of the failure. So the result is nothing but the post contingency state. Now, secure dispatch. In the secure dispatch means under post contingency state, we made some corrections. What correction we made? Instead of 500 megawatt generation from unit 1, the unit 1 is nothing but the 400 megawatt generation, and then unit 2 instead of 700 megawatts, 800 megawatts. But the total load we won't change. The maximum demand also 1200 megawatts only. But the line 1 and 2 both carry the load 200 megawatt only, because the power generation from unit 1 is the 400 megawatt only. This is the secure dispatch. The fourth one is nothing but the secure post contingency state. Okay. So in this case, that means what happened, that means already we have to adjusting the generation of unit 1 and 2 only, which are prevented the post contingency operating states from having the overload only. This is nothing but the security corrections. Okay, we made the security correction in the post contingency state, then only we can get the secure dispatch. Now here you see the unit 1 generation is 400 megawatt, the unit 2 generation is 800 megawatt only, but the line 1 is opened, okay, but the line 2 only carry the 400 megawatt, but it is not overloaded, because we designed the both L1 and L2 both are, that means what, 400 megawatt only. So therefore if one line is open also, the second line will carry the 400 megawatt generation from the unit 1. So but it is not overloaded. This is nothing but the secure post contingency state only. All the further what you understood, that means the programs which can make control adjustment to the base or the pre-contingency operation to prevent violations. The violation may be voltage or current or power flow, whatever may be. In the post contingency conditions are called as the security constrained optimal power flow. This is the definition of a security constrained optimal power flow, which is abbreviated by SCOPE. These programs can account of many contingency and calculate adjustment to generator megawatt, generator voltages, transformer tap changings, interchange, etc. Together, the function of system monitoring, contingency analysis, and the corrective action analysis comprises a very complex set of tools that can aid in the secure operation of the power system. This is the summary of the security constrained optimal power flow. So the security constrained optimal power flow is nothing but what? Third major security function. The contingency analysis combined with the optimal power flow is nothing but the security constrained optimal power flow. What are the four states is there in the power system by using security constrained optimal power flow? Optimal dispatch, post contingency, and then secure dispatch, secure post contingency. Optimal dispatch means this is the state period to the contingency. All the values are optimal with respect to economic operation only, but it not be a secure one. Then post contingency state means what? This is the state, but after contingency has occurred. That is the post contingency state. In this state, what happened? A security violation may have occurred. For example, transmission line flow or the bus voltage outside the limit only. The third state is secure dispatch. The secure dispatch means what is the state with no contingency outage, but some security corrections to be made to dispatch the parameters taking security violence into the account. The fourth state is secure post contingency state. This is the state when the contingency occurs at the base operating conditions with the security corrections only. Dear students, I hope that in this lecture video you clearly understood the functions and the operations of the security constrained optimal power flow. Under this topic, how the question will come in, write short notes on or explain the security constrained optimal power flow with the example. Without the example, you have to explain mean you never get full mark. With example, all the four states with the example you have to explain, then only you are getting the full mark. Thank you student for watching this video.